Okay, so I'm going to go over creating an HTML file and then adding the HTML tags and the style tags, and then adding HTML into the HTML tags, and then adding style into the style tags. We'll make this quick, right? So first, I'm in my Atom, right? I'm going to create a folder called HTML and CSS. Right click, new folder, HTML, CSS we'll call it. Okay, right click on this folder, new file. I'm going to call this index.html. I'm going to save it, enter. All right, so we got our index.html file. Now, remember, we could just press HTML, enter, and that'll create our HTML tags, but let's figure out, right? So all the HTML goes inside the body, right? We don't have to worry about these just yet. Remember, the title is what goes on the top of browser when you go in, right? So goes on browser tab, right? And this is a different section. The head section defines something else, and we'll go over what the head section does soon, but the body section is where the HTML goes, right? So let's go to our Finder. Let's find this new folder, right, that we have here, HTML, CSS, index.html, right? I'm going to drag this into the browser, and there's nothing there, right? But except you see goes on browser tab because I put that in the title, right, in the head, right? In the head, right? So the way tags work is here's the opening tag, right? And here's the opening tag, closing tag, right? This closes it. So all of this stuff is within the HTML, okay? And then within the HTML are these tags, right? These two tags are within the head, and then this information is within the title tags, right? Opening and then closing signifying the backslash, right? So opening tag here, closing with the backslash. Opening tag here, closing with the backslash. This is where HTML is going to go in the body. Opening, right? Closing with the backslash. So we'll worry about the head tag at another time, which is within the HTML, right? And then we'll worry about the body now because that's where our HTML is going to go. So we're going to create an H1 tag, press enter, right? This is a header tag, right? And then we'll press H2. This is a smaller header tag, right? As you can see, you have your opening tag, closing tag, opening tag, closing tag, right? You see the backslash. So all of the the text goes between the opening and the closing, and then that's the end of it, right? And then that is how, when we refresh the screen, these show up, right? Remember to always save your page, right? You'll see that there will be a circle here. That means you have to save the page, right? That means there's been changes. Okay? So you have your HTML tag, right? All of your HTML goes within there, right? And there's separate, there's certain tags within HTML. Remember, all your HTML goes within the HTML tag, within the body tag, right? And then other information goes within the HTML, within the head tag, which is within the HTML, right? So these are all embedded tags within HTML. Now the style tag is something separate, right, out of the HTML. So you have your opening and your closing style tag, right? And now if we want to style our H1 tag, we'll type in our H1, which references our H1 here, okay, curly brackets, enter, right, color green, just like this. So color, colon, green, semicolon. Now, if we want to reference our H2 tag, right, we'll do enter, H2, color, blue, right, curly H2, color blue, H2, curly tags, color, colon, blue. So we have our style tag, right, our opening and our closing, and then our information in our style tag, right? And you could tell that style is different than HTML, right? HTML has these opening and closing tags. Styling is a different language, so it's called CSS. Right, so you have your H1, curly brackets, color green, H2, curly brackets, color blue. And you're going to see that JavaScript is a completely different language than this, right? But remember, all style go within the style tag, and all HTML go within the HTML tag, right? And I'm going to show you a different way of doing this soon. Once you get an understanding, we're going to try to stick to this for now, right? With style within the style tag, HTML within the HTML tag, right? Head within the HTML tag does one, has a certain function, and then body within the HTML tag has a certain function, which stores your HTML. So now let's save this. Remember, save it, and you'll see that the styling worked. So we put our HTML within the HTML tag, our style within the style tag. Each has its own different language to get it on the page, and as you can see, it works. Let me know if you have questions.